Welcome to your video companion series of understanding your new Google Analytics account. Now we're going to make this extremely informal. More information that I want to give you is actually through video form, just as it's easy for you to understand. But I would recommend to go through the actual blog post because it's going to go into a lot of detail in regards to all the little nuances of the page that you're looking at. One of the first things that we're going to be looking at is going to be your acquisitions overview. It's going to be about midway down to the page and you're going to hit the overview button. Now, the page that you're going to be looking at is going to have a whole lot of information. A lot of times it's a little bit of overkill, but it's actually going to give you a good breakdown of what's happening. The top section you're going to see is going to be actually the graph. That graph is going to be important because you're going to be able to change your marketing strategy. And as you change that, you can see the impact specifically on the graph over time. So right on the upper right hand corner of that graph, you're going to see a date range, and that date range is what you're going to start to mess around with. You're going to change that from the time in which we start our marketing efforts. Hopefully that's going to be today, not next week. But if we start from today, you can see the impact and how that graph is going to change based on the type of traffic that's going to be landing on your website. Now, the most important thing that I want to address in this first series is really going to be where your traffic sources are coming from, and that's what I want to explain now. The first one you're going to look at, it's going to be about midway down the page. It should say traffic sources, and you're going to see where it says organic. That organic is actually going to be your SEO efforts. So those are people that are going to be landing on any one of your pages. It doesn't say any of the top pages. We'll address that a little bit later on in the series. But the organic is going to be based on when people are actually looking through your services through the search engines and fall on specific web pages. So ideally, that should be your highest traffic source. Now, if your SEO efforts are really not where they need to be, again, we're going to address some of that in the future. But what this is going to tell you is that the majority of the traffic coming from your website, is it coming from referrals? Those are going to be your backlinks. Is it coming from social? That's going to be through your social media efforts. And ideally, you'd want it from your organic search. So that's kind of where those are coming from. The other actually are from websites that are not indexed by Google. They're not really all that important, but that's just to know exactly what they are. So kind of remember that you're going to be looking for where your traffic is going to come from. Again, we're going to deep dive into all these little nuances. They're going to be extremely important, and I'm going to make it to as much as entertainment as possible. So just remember, do take the blog post, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to help you with any questions you may have. Take care, and I'll see you on the next series.